Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn the next part of our unit number second, that is Sanskrit drama, that is Indian classical drama. When we think about the influence on Bollywood, there is a lot influence of Sanskrit drama on Indian Bollywood movies. And before that, we learn about Indian epic and its effects. When we think about the particular drama, Sanskrit dramas, we go back to our ancient history of Indian drama. So, here we are going to learn about it today. The first part, introduction. Like any literary genre, drama has its own history, both in terms of its origin and evolution. The drama that we see or study in classrooms today did not begin as such. As a literary composition, drama usually tells us a story, but not just through word in the form of dialogues, but also through gestures, movements, and facial expressions of the characters, dances, costumes, background, landscape, music, stage setting, etc. Drama is therefore a performative art that includes many components and participants such as the playwright, actors, directors, audience, costume designer, makeup artist, etc. In the next section, we shall take a look at what is called Indian classical drama. See, that is the first part, Indian classical drama, and how there is a classical drama which Indian dramatic tradition was influenced by the dramatic elements found in the Vedas, in dialogue hymns and Vedic rituals. We can understand here what is the features of Sanskrit drama. When we learn about its silent features, we come to know about the particular Sanskrit drama that Kalidasa, Abhinana and Shakuntala. The silent features of its the Sanskrit drama is that those are taken from Indian aesthetics and from the Vedas, and we learn in the various parts of the India that is Sanskrit drama influenced a lot. According to the Natya Shastra, a dramatic work's purpose was to provide not just entertainment and pleasure but instruction, wealth, justice, and spiritual liberation. That's why Sanskrit drama does not have a tragic ending, because in Hindu cosmology, death is not the end but a means to either achieve spiritual liberation from the cycle of life or be reborn till it is achieved. Moreover, the rasa or the aesthetic sentiment is an important aspect of Sanskrit drama and can be best defined as the audience's refined emotional response evoked by the play. Rasa, broadly composed by Vibhava, Anubhava, Vyabhichara Bhiva, and Satyabhava, which are the different types of emotional responses to a work of art. Alternatively, rasa can be explained as the blissful aesthetic experience achieved via drama and is seen as Sanskrit drama's highest purpose, or the silent features. Further, in Natya Shastra, we learn about Trupaka, Nataka. The Trupaka consists of 10 varieties, out of which the Nataka are plays based on myths and heroic tales, and the Prakarna are plays based on fictitious stories and where less important characters are dominant. Sanskrit drama's idealized plot structure consists of five transitions that lead to final culmination of the events depicted. The first is the origin Mukha, second is Pratimukha, next is Garbha, next is Pala, and last is Vimarsa. It means Mukha, it means origin, Parimukha, that is incident, Garbha, that is germ, after that Pala, that is aim, and last one is crisis, that is Vimarsa, and last one Nirvana, that is completion. So these are the five parts of the Natya Shastra and the Nataka. There are other classification of plays, that is depend on the various writers or the Sanskrit dramatists. We learn that is the Bhasa, and next part is about Sudraka, and the last part is Bhavabhuti Kalidasa. Bhavabhuti, Kalidasa, Sudraka, and Bhasa are the major playwrights in this particular Sanskrit drama. When we learn about the plot structure of the Sanskrit drama, that is the plot structure as we seen previously, that is the Mukha, Parimukha, after that the aim, Garbha, Pala, Vimarsa, and Nirvana. It means origin, incident, germ, aim, Vimarsa, that is crisis, and sixth part is completion. Those are the plot structure of those Sanskrit dramas. First is the major playwright is Bhasa. When we learn about this Sanskrit playwright, preceding Kalidasa, believed to have lived in the city of Ujjain, relatively unknown to Sanskrit scholars except through references in other dramatic works. Bhasa's work saw the light of the day in 1909 when the play Vision of Vasavadatta was divorced by Pandit Anandalwar of the Archaeological Survey of Mysore. In 1913, a total of 13 plays were discovered in an old library in Trivandrum by T. Ganpati Shastri. So, Bhasa drew his inspiration from epics such as the Mahabharata, the Ramayana, the Purana, and the semi-historical legends and figures. Bhasa's plays do not follow the Natya Shastra very strictly, even breaking dramatic conventions. This has led some critics to conclude that Bhasa's plays were written before Bharat Muni's treatise. Others see this as an indication of Bhasa's poetic experiments and disregard for dramatic conventions. The next playwright is Sudraka. Literally translated as the little servant, Sudraka was a poet king who lived in Ujjain in the 2nd century. He is well known for his Prakarna plays. Vrichakatika, the little clay cart, which is an extended version of Bhasa's incomplete play Charudutta. The 10-act play tells the love story of the Brahmin merchant Charudutta and a courtesan Vasantasena, whose union is thwarted by a jealous suitor. Even with a few serious elements, the play ends happily and is primarily seen as a mix of romance and humor. It also offers an interesting and realist picture of urban society and the complex social structure of that time. We will be studying Sudraka's Vichakatika in block 3rd of this course. So, the next part is Bhavabhuti. Next writer is dramatist is Bhavabhuti. Major dramatist of the latter Sanskrit dramatic period was the court poet of King Yashovarman of Kannauj in North India in 8th century. He too wrote plays based on the Ramayana such as the Mahavir Charita, exploits of great hero, which depicts the early life of Rama, and Uttar Ramcharita, the latter history of Rama, which shows the final year of Rama's life as written in the Uttarakhand of the Uttarakhand of the Ramayana. Both the plays consist of 7 acts written in the Natak style. His third drama, Malat Madhva, Malti or Malati and Madhava, is a Prakarna play centered on the love story of Malti, the daughter of the minister, and Madhava, her beloved. Malti is said to be married off to Nandana in accordance with the king's wishes. The powerful suitor, as well as a mix up with another couple, interrupts the union of Malti and Madhava, which is finally resolved with the aid of magic. The use of the supernatural makes this play a one of the kind drama that skillfully combines romance with horror. Bhavabhuti's long poetic descriptions are seen as a mere embellishment that does not add anything to the drama but tends to obfuscate its clear and simple diction. If we see the long dialogues in the movies, which are also affected from Sanskrit dramas and poetic descriptions, if we see that kind of movies in Hindi also. Next playwright is Kalidasa, one of the best known Sanskrit dramatists in the world, whose works have been adapted and translated into numerous languages and forms. Kalidasa's poetic skill are unparalleled even today. Basing his works on the Vedas, the Puranas, and the epics, Kalidasa reimagined and breathed new life into the plots that he took from these works. His works include notable plays such as pertaining to Malvika and Agnimitra and pertaining to Vikrama and Urvashi. He also wrote epic poems such as Raghuvama's, that is Dynasty of Raghu, and Birth of Kumara and Subramanya, along with Khandakavyas, that is minor poems. However, his most popular and famous work remains the recognition of Shakuntala. So we can understand here what is the Indian classical drama and what is the base of Sanskrit drama and Sanskrit playwrights in this particular part of our unit number second, part second, that is the effect of Sanskrit drama. So here we can understand many Sanskrit dialogues are also included in the Hindi movies. If we see the Shiva Tandav Nritya shlokas are shown on the TV screens most of the time in Hindi movies, or the particularly Hanuman Chalisa and other parts, little clutches from the Sanskrit shlokas in dialogues inserted in the Hindi movies. So here is a background to that how there is a Sanskrit drama is important in for influencing Indian cinema. So for this lecture today we'll stop here. In next part we'll learn about the Parsi theatre.